phone lost storage space, so it shut off. So I just had to delete a video and then turn it back on. So apologize for that. We want the straight leg, pull it back, that hip, that side, that same hip pulls back. So we square out our pelvis. And we're going to elongate our spine forward and stay here and breathe for a moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Really stretch your sternum forward, your breastbone. Breathing in and breathing out. If you can go a little deeper, you can. Breathing in. Really elongate your spine. And breathing out. All right, gently, we're going to start making our way up. I want you to bring your hands closer together, shoulder width apart. Take your back foot, curl your toes under. What I want you to start doing, we're going to shift our weight. Forward, shift, and then back, shift. 4 more. Press hips forward, draw them back. Keep spine long. 3. Breathing in, exhale, 2 more. Breathing in, exhale, and last one. Stay here, exhale, take this leg. We're going to slowly start to stretch it back, lay the top of that foot down, and we're going to gently start sliding that front leg forward. We're not going to force anything. Our back knee is facing down to the ground. We walked our hands in a little closer for support. And wherever you feel comfortable, we're going to hold there. Breathing in. And breathing out. Keep lengthening your spine. You can stay here, stretching spine tall in the upright position. If it's within your practice and it's comfortable, and can come forward, breathing in and breathing out. You want to find that edge. We can find that point without overdoing it. You know you're working. It's a challenge, but you're not completely forcing. You want to come forward a little more, you can. Breathing in and breathing out. Take a few breaths here. Keep that spine long. Slowly come back to your forearms. Slowly lengthen spine. Curl your toes of your back foot under. Lift up your back knee. From this position here, what I want you to do, we're going to fold this leg in. We're going to bring our knee towards our thumb. Our back leg is already straight on the mat. And I want you to come into a little stretch swan. Keep spine long. You can stay up here if you like for swan. We're going to get into this part of your hip and glute. Still getting into the quad on that other side. And just hold. If you wish, you can come all the way down. Relax your forehead on the mat and your hands if you like. Breathing in and breathing out. If it's uncomfortable through hips, you can release some of the pressure coming back to your forearms. That's okay. Go to where your body can feel it without forcing. I'm going to take another breath here. Gently make your way up. We're going to take this back leg here. We're going to bring it around. And then what I want you to do, we're going to take this foot onto the mat. We're going to do a little twist. The side that's bent, you're going to lengthen all the way up through the spine. And I want you to just gently take that arm. You're going to wrap it around that leg. I want you to rise up, lengthen that other arm up, stretch tall, bring that arm down, lengthen your spine up, and breathe. Ground through each one of those sits bones. Create length in your spine. Expand those ribs laterally. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. 2 more deep inhales. And 1 more time. Deep inhale. Excellent. Gently turn back to the front. Now, I'm going to have you take your legs straight out, shake them out. Then what I want you to do here, we're going to walk our feet all the way behind us. Go to the left leg in front. I'm just figuring out. Yeah, I did right leg. Change sides, left leg in front. Take your left foot in front on the mat. What I want you to do here, you're going to come into a low lunge. You could have this foot on the mat. Stretch into the air. Breathing in. We have alignment. This knee is right over the ankle. Lengthening up. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And again. Good, 1 more time. Hands come down. We're going to shift our weight back. So the leg that's straight, that left leg's in front. Gently pull that left hip back. This right hip can come forward. Keep them in alignment. Spine lengthens. And just breathe. Hold that stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Really create length in your spine. Feel the stretch above the heel. Lower leg, all the way up the back of the leg. We're going to go back into our low lunge. Gently, you're going to feel this angle here lengthen. This knee is above that ankle. Lengthen into the air, stretch arms above you. Breathing in. One more deep inhale. Shift your weight back. Again, the left leg is straight. Pull this hip back. Create length in your spine, your breastbone, your sternum stretches forward. And just stay here and breathe. If you want a deeper stretch, you can flex this foot. One more deep inhale. From here, you're going to bring your hands in a little closer, and I'm going to have you shift your weight back and forth. Going to shift forward, gently shift back. Create that length in your spine, breathing in, and then exhale. Good, breathing in, shifting forward, exhale, shifting back. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. On this next one, I want you to just slowly start to glide your front leg forward on your mat. This back leg, top of foot's going to rest on the mat. The kneecap faces the ground. We walked our hands in a little closer. I want you to keep on sliding that front leg out, paying attention to how far you can go without pushing too far. Just breathing in. Ooh, this is my tighter side. Exhale. Lengthen all the way up through the spine. I shift my weight sometimes back and forth. Breathing in. Find that point. You can have a yoga block lengthwise and bring it right under your pelvis here and sit on it. If it's within your practice and you want to get a little stretch forward, you can come down to your arms. You can take it all the way over your leg if your body says it's okay to do so. Breathing into any tightness. Releasing the tension. You can come back up, keeping that spine long. I'm going to take one more deep inhale here. Softly release. We're going to lift up. I'm going to lift up that back leg. I'm getting caught on my mat. There we go. Lifting up that back leg. What I want you to do, we're going to bend our front leg in. So we're just going to lift, pull that knee towards the opposite side of the mat where their thumb is. Again, you got to square out your pelvis. We're going to do swan. Back leg, kneecap is facing straight down to your mat. And we're just going to come forward for our swan. Inhaling and exhaling. If you want to go a little deeper, you can always come down, lengthen spine. You can rest your forehead on the back of your hands. You could take a yoga block or a pillow, folded blanket, bringing it under your forehead. And stay here and breathe. And get those hips to release into the side of that glute. Going deep into that piriformis, breathing in and exhaling. If it feels too intense in the hips, you can always come back to your forearms, keeping spine long so you don't round your back. Keep breathing into any tightness. This side's tighter. Ooh, I feel that. And that's natural to have one side be tighter, because we're not totally symmetrical on each side. We move differently. The muscle recruitment patterns can be different. If you're right-handed, it's different moving on that side. Vice versa, if you're left-handed. We're going to take another deep inhale. Slowly, I'm going to have you make your way up. You're going to take that back leg, just going to swing it around, and placing the bottom of that foot that was behind us, we're just going to place that down. And these two sides might feel a little different. I can feel it on this side a little differently. You want those sits bones to be down in the mat. We want to rise up through the spine. And we're going to twist towards the side that's bent, trying to ground each of my sits bones against the mat. Just going to give my arm a little hug around the bottom part of the leg. I'm going to lift this arm up, and I'm just going to reach it down behind as I lengthen. Breathing in, lengthening up through the spine. Getting that spine to stretch. And one more time, breathing in. And gently we're going to untwist, coming back to the front. This next thing that I want you to do, I'm going to have you keeping your knees bent. I'm going to draw those inner thighs together. I want you to push into the floor and just do a little reverse table. We're just floating up. Think of those glutes engaging, collarbones open, inner thighs pulling towards each other, collarbones wide. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly, we're just going to come right back down. And now, what I want you to do, we're going to go into our straddle. And instead of doing like a full middle split, we're actually going to comfortably just sit down on the mat, and we're going to have our legs be reaching opposite directions. You're going to feel how the backs of those thighs ground into the mat, your kneecaps face up, your heels push down into the mat, and you're going to have energy go through the balls of your feet. So you're pushing, and as you push your legs actively apart, you're going to feel this stretching even more. Rise up, lengthen. When you're ready, you're going to slowly make your way forward. Keep spine lengthened, knees to sky. Awesome. Go to that point. It's like you're sending energy through each leg all the way into your feet. Staying here, lengthen your spine and breathe. Notice when your body has a little give. When it has a little give, you can go a little more. Just keep the spine lengthening as you reach forward. When it gives a little, give back. Give back a little more. You can have a yoga block with your forehead resting on it. You can have your elbows bent, yoga blanket underneath you, like this, resting your forehead. And just breathe into this stretch. Breathing in. Releasing any tension. Going a little deeper into your stretch. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to stay here for another breath. Slowly start to walk your hands in. Then we're going to come all the way up. We're going to fold one leg in. Then we're going to fold our other leg in. And then for this next one, I'm going to have you go into butterfly, Baddha Konasana. And gently allow those thigh bones to kind of externally rotate into the socket. And imagine the knees floating. The knees are just floating in air. See if that helps release a little deeper. Lengthening upwards through your spine. And once again, we're going to stretch over the legs. Lengthen your spine. So this changes the dynamics of the stretch. Breathing in. You can hold on to your feet. You can have your forearms resting on the mat. Stretch forward. And if it's within your practice, you can elongate, coming all the way forward over onto your mat. Whatever feels good for you. So we're stretching our hips and our back as well, and our inner thighs. You feel a give a little bit. Release into it. Keep that length in your spine. And take another deep inhale here. And slowly make your way back up. Next, place hands on outside of knees. Gently draw knees together. And we're going to do a little windshield wiper. And we just want to sway our knees from side to side. Do a couple back and forth. Just to give those hips a release. All right. So next, what I want you to do, we're going to do one more pose. Coming down to your mat. What I want you to do here, I'm going to have you start by bending your elbows, and you're going to bring them right next to the sides of your head, your shoulders. Fingertips are going to be pointing towards the shoulders. Elbows to sky. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Heels lock in a little bit. Just want you to feel how your spine settles into the mat. Take a couple deep inhales and a couple deep exhales. One more time. Then we're going to take our hands straight down by our sides. And then I want you to lift straight up into the air, into a bridge. So you have the weight on the shoulders, not in the neck. Your glutes are going to turn on. Press hips to sky. Feel energy line from the hips, lengthening through the thighs, past the knees, past the toes. Careful the knees don't fall outward. Keep them drawn in line with those hip sockets. Keep stretching arms long, shoulders pull away from ears. And you can either stay here, or we could take our hands right next to our shoulders again. Fingers are pointing down towards those shoulders. You can come down to the mat. You could stay in your bridge. You're going to take a deep inhale, press into your feet. You're going to lift up your pelvis. Then you're going to push directly into the floor and rise up into a back bend. I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to come down. If you want to stay there, bring your chin down to the front of your neck and gently lower down. My eye pressure, it's not good for me to do that. For anyone with glaucoma, we wouldn't do anything like that. Going upside down, I just do that just to know in my body I can go back like that and I come right out of it. So if you're up in your bridge, then we're going to go slow and we're going to peel down. Relax through the breastbone. Just start to lengthen each vertebra down into your mat to get all the way to your tailbone. Then we're just going to pull our knees into our chest. Breathing in, softly exhale. What I want you to do here, feel like the low back just rounds into the mat. Inhale and then exhale. Take one leg straight down. Take this knee, you're going to bend that knee, and you're just going to gently have this foot rest and draw across for a little recline twist. You can keep head straight above you, looking upwards. You can look to the direction of your knee. You can look in the opposite direction. What feels comfortable to you right now? Stay here for a breath. Lengthen that knee all the way down to your mat. Lift the other knee up. Pull across to the other side. Feel how this side opens and come over to the other side. You can look towards away. You can look straight above you. You can look towards that knee. See what feels good to you. Feel this openness in here. And stay here and breathe. Just want to stretch out our spine. One more inhale. Gently release. Come back center. And I thank you for joining me. Hug those legs in one last time. Thank you very much. Appreciate you for joining me. Hope you have a good rest of your morning or evening. Peace.